And welcome back to the week of Who Would Wins. And today's Who Would Win comes to us from, forgive me if I mispronounce the name, Shadin, and I believe it's Magneto, but the E's replaced with an I, so Magneto. Shadin Magneto. They asked the question, who win in a fight? Alucard versus, and this is the only person I could find that fit the description of the name, so Zeref Dragneel from Fairy Tail. And after looking at this guy's abilities, I'm like, I can see why this is probably who they're looking at. Quick side note: a couple of my videos, in fact, all my videos that I've done on my webcam, they seem to be suffering from. I kind of played around with it a little bit, but they seem to be suffering from like being condensed for some reason. So I like physically, like the screen has shrunk down for some unexplained reason. I'm trying to figure it out, but so far I'm not certain. Right now I've tried enlarging the screen on my I tried enlarging the webcam screen to as big as I can make it, seeing if that's going to do anything. I guess I'll find out when I upload this video. But regardless, so I mean I've had Alucard on here multiple times. It kind of goes without saying. I can recite him perfectly at this point, so might as well get him out of the way first. Alucard, or Vlad Tepes, he is Dracula. Is Dracula. Now, he was defeated, oh god, how long was it ago, like, in terms of the time frame? A couple hundred years back, I believe, or like at least 100 years back. Only, as he said, only a man can kill a monster. So, like, only, like, man versus monster, humanity being the monstrosity who couldn't really beat him. But, I mean, as Alucard, we know how he dresses. He is a bounty hunter, monster hunter for the Helsing organization. As such, he's got all the supernatural strength of a vampire, basically, except he is immune to sunlight. He can drink wine. Water doesn't bother him. Physically speaking, he's much stronger than your average person. He can easily lift a full-grown woman with just his arm without any sort of just hold them up like this without any sort of difficulty. So it's likely he can lift, like in physical form, he probably can't lift like a ton, but he can definitely overpower an average person. Speed-wise, he's very agile, though nothing like, he doesn't have like super speed or anything along those lines. Durability-wise, though, he's no more durable than your average human, surprisingly. However, he compensates that by having an immense regeneration ability. You can basically blow him to smithereens, cut his head off, burn him to a crisp, melt him down, and he'll keep coming back. He will keep regenerating. Because from the way most people seem to view it, and the way it's kind of hinted in the anime and in the manga, is that he's consumed like over 2 million souls over his time. And what he does is, when he's going to die, he just replaces that with one of the other souls he's killed. So basically, it's that soul that's dying, not him. It's that soul that's taking the killing blow. So he just regenerates back. Though it's very likely vampires already have heightened regeneration as it is. So in essence, he can't die by normal standards in his normal form. Also, he wields two dual pistols. The Jackal, and I can't remember the other one's name, but one is just his standard firing exploding rounds, and the other was designed specifically for regenerator types like Anderson to basically be more powerful and explode and basically, stop any sort of regeneration from taking place. That's why when Anderson got shot in the arm during his final fight with Alucard, it was barely hanging in there, and he wasn't healing from it. So Alucard wields those weapons. He is capable, obviously, of doing his releases, releasing his full power. So release restraints 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. Which when you get to 0, it actually makes sense the way the releasing works. It's how much restraint he's showing. It's like, I'm showing like around 1 restraint, and then he's like showing 0 restraint, hence 0. But in 1, his physicality increases immensely to the point where he can just with his hand and increase his muscle mass. He also has I'll get to that. Block a blow from the Dandy Man's ace, which was able to cut through a anti-tank rifle round. So immensely powerful. And then he was able to just rip through someone with ease. The Dandy Man. He's also got manipulation of like his demonic shadow body thing. I don't think it's ever really explained what it is. It's like blood based. He's basically got a hellhound inside the hand of the Baskerville. And then his release restraint level 0. Basically summons out his entire armies to fight for him, and everything along those lines, and brings out the True Vlad. Now, as the True Vlad, he's durable. He's a fierce warrior. In fact, he's maybe even stronger than his actual Alucard form, but he's mortal in that form. He can actually be killed in that form. That's why his form is his most powerful. It's a double-edged sword, literally, as he wields one. So it's very, but he can just go back into his Alucard form if he wants to. So ultimately, he's powerful in that form, but that is the form that you can kill him in. So Zeref. Sorry, I kept putting the F first. Zeref Dragneel. Was considered to be the strongest, most evil mage of all time, possesses extremely dangerous and powerful magic. He is the founder and current emperor of the Alvarez Empire under the alias Emperor Spriggan. Okay, the older brother of Natsu Dragneel and father of August. Okay, so I mean, he got cursed by a demon of some kind. His history with immortality and basically wields death magic. Personality-wise, he's actually a very calm individual. He just isolates himself because he doesn't like humanity. Very calm, sincere, and conflicted. Wishes to be atoned for all his sins, but he also doesn't like humanity. So he kind of wants to get rid of it at the same time. Very complex. I don't really watch or read fairy tales, so I have wanted to actually get into it. But I hear that the anime or the manga, one of them or both, kind of started to go off the reins for a little while, but it apparently improved. But moving on to his actual abilities, because that's going to be the mainstay of the fight here. Black arts. He was able to master all forms of dark magic at a very early age and brought countless demons to life. His magic power is enormous, so enormous, in fact, that he cannot consciously control his own magic, though whether this is always the case is unknown. His lack of control over his black arts seems to come from his emotional state. He himself has stated that when he cares of the lives of others, his magic becomes uncontrollable and randomly bursts outward and kills those around him. But when no longer cares about others, he gains complete control over his magic and becomes the ruthless, cold-hearted Zeref, spoken in legend. Anksaram black magic is a black art that allows him to kill any living thing he desires. This magic seems to be uncontrollable at times, causing bursts or randomly killing people. However, when Zeref forgets the value of and no longer cares about a human life, he can fully control his magic. Certain magic items can protect people from his magic, such as Natsu's Dragneel scarf. This magic also appears contrary to the nature of the black arts, unable to be learned, as he gained it by this curse-like magic by upsetting an ancient god known as Ankh-Surafram, who apparently bestowed upon Zeref due to making light the connection between life, death, and the people of his race. Side effect of this magic is immortality and the inability to age. No, it did not say die there. It said age. So basically like a functioning immortality. Now, abilities allows them death prediction. The use of the spell creates creates a dark wave that kills everything in the user's immediate vicinity. A death orb, a spell that when used destroys everything in its path. Death pillar, or he swipes both his arms in a circular motion until the bottom of his hands meet. The hand on the top has the index and middle finger pointing up, while the other hand has the little and index finger pointing down. While doing this, he is surrounded by dark aura. The spell creates a huge vertical explosion, and its blast radius seems uncontrollable, or is seemingly controllable, and was used to kill Hades. Stygian Blast Circle. Zeref gains flame-like dark matter in his palm and strikes his target with a powerful attack. A very ancient, long-forgotten form of magic that breathes life into some objects. Gathers dark flame matter in his palm and strikes an opponent with a powerful attack. Living magic, basically he's able to create demons. That's basically it. Or he can bestow inanimate objects with life. For instance, he created a demon that died. A flute that can transform into a giant demon. Whoever hears Lullaby's song, called Lullaby, whoever hears Lullaby's song aside from the caster will die. Itrigan or Igorgorn hope to use this to kill Guildmaster at the meeting as something or other. However, Natsu, Dragneel, and Grave Fullbuster and Urza Scarlet were able to defeat the demon flute. End, the strongest of his demons, thought to be able to kill the immortal Zeref. Okay, what the hell is End? I believe... No, wait. End was Natsu's final form, wasn't it? Yeah, that has to do with... That has to do with Natsu. Because he is, I believe, like a reincarnation of a demon, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see now. Hold on. Whatever. So yeah, it has to do with him, but that's beside the point. Who else we got here? He's created a lot of demons. Granted, I don't honestly. He deemed the strongest failed integration for multiple. Most of these probably wouldn't be able to beat Alucard outright. Immobilization magic. He has the black art. Using black arts, he can freeze time for all except the specific those he specifically chooses to remain immobile. After casting, the surrounding area becomes like inverted in color. Those remain affected are not. Basically, yeah, he can freeze time. That's a thing. Although it's never shown, he is the one who taught supreme type magic to Mavis in order to fight. He knows law magic apparently. Fire magic. Telepathy, capable of using magic, contacted through the use of magic in order to use magic in order to cease his magic. So yeah, he has telepathy. Enchantment has been shown to be capable enchanter, being the one who morphed Iron's dragon. So he can enchant things. Fairy heart induced form. What the f is that? After activating the magic of Fairy Heart, access mode that he himself calls surpassing a god of time and space. In this form, he becomes fully white overall. Racist much? No. With an interesting clothing design, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Time magic. After accessing this, he is said to have full control of time, shown to reversing debris of the destroyed parts of the guild when attacked by Natsu. Neo Eclipse. With the power of Fairy Heart and the space between time, he is able to merge both magic into one to create this magic. With it, he can relive life again. Or yeah, he can relive, destroying the current world while the new one replaces it. He can relive life again. You know, it was informed away. So, destroying a current world while the new one starts to replace it. So, whatever, due to time magic, if he's destroying something, whatever is from the new world he's created, well, that's weird. That's messed up. Durability, extrasensory, immortality, approximately 400 years old. Which is revealed to be a byproduct of cursed. In addition, he is also unaging. He has high-speed regeneration. Owing it to his status as immortal, he has gone at least a short amount of time with receiving damage occurring at successful intervals as wounds heal without a trace. Okay, so this dude is pretty OP. Now, how does this fight break out? Well, let's say that Zeref has somehow made it to the real world. In this case, Helsing Ultimate. And, oh, God. Sir Integra basically sends Alucard after him. So Alucard eventually meets up with him, and they chat, and he's like, get out of my way, demons. Like, I'm not a demon, I'm a fuck-mothering vampire. I killed a lot of people to earn this stuff. I should be called this such. It's like, alright, vampire. And then he just basically just destroys Alucard. Or so he thinks. It's like, boom. It's like, well, then again, all of a sudden, Alucard reforms. His hand basically just, his gun's there, and just, boom, Zeref hears that, and he barely dodges. He actually gets a nick, but it heals up pretty quick. He's like, what? He's like, huh? He's like, yeah, you done goofed. And then, the actual fight begins. So he's throwing death magic at Alucard. Now, in this form, Alucard can basically just trade the souls of, the way his regeneration supposedly works is he can just trade those souls and be fine. So, he's going to be taking damage. Like, why won't you die? Yeah, it's a good question. I've been trying that myself for many years. Hasn't really worked, though. Let's see if you... And then he just suddenly, surprising Zeref, appears right point blank. Let's see if it works better for you. But as he's about to pull the trigger, freezes tight, and he just... It's like... and then just regenerates, just comes in again. He's morphing his form just a little bit. You get the blood, that weird blood, demonic aura around him. And again, Zeref's not really sweating. He's summoned demons, where he summons like a couple demons. Alucard just kind of dispatches them after taking a lot of hits, and then just blows them up. Eventually, he's like, you are interesting. Release restraints 1, 2, and 3, and then she's like, what? Release what? And then his restraints get released. He's far more powerful now, so comes in again. Now they're having a bit of a fisticuff fight while he's trying to throw death magic at him. He tries to do that fire fist, but Alucard actually grabs him, breaks his arm, and he does feel, I'm certain he feels pain still, just and then just Alucard smacks him in the face, and then just, come on, God of gods, is that what you call yourself? It's like, that's not what I call myself. It's like, well, you seem to be acting like that with all your big talk. You were talking all that good shit a second ago. Well, and then, summons the hound. Hound comes. It's like, oh, for love of, and then just blasts that thing away. Just creates a dome of the air and just boom. And just incinerates the hound. It's like, Urgh. It's like, that's it. And then just Alucard again gets blasted away, regenerates from that. So they're just going back at it for a while. All the while, Integris is seeing this and is like, this guy, it's like, Alucard, release restraint level zip. Alucard, go for a walk. And he goes, again, I prefer, honestly, the abridged version where it's like, when hope is gone, undo this lock and send me forth on a moonlit walk. Release restraint level 0. And then, summons all the power in the armies. At this point, he just he doesn't care or anything like that. But he is able to invade Dracula's mind a little bit. However, actually, I'd say he couldn't, because Ceres was able to initially counteract Zorin, and Alucard's far more powerful than Ceres is, and he had to basically advise her how to do that. So I imagine he can block telepathic attacks to some extent. However, it's still one of those things that he's able to at least glean some things like this. This is something different, and he's seeing all these armies. So he basically just goes into full time magic, Neo Eclipse form, if you will. After accessing, Fairy Heart's power, the Fairy Heart induced form basically, and goes into full time manipulation, things along those lines. And this is where, unfortunately, where Alucard's about to get messed up. In the sense that he's most vulnerable in that final form. His most powerful form is his most vulnerable form. He doesn't have that regeneration in that form. He could try to go back to it, but eventually he would run out of bodies to basically sacrifice. And eventually it would be down to all he's got to do is get a good hit in, and he would just be taken out. So ultimately, this is, I think, the first time, I don't know for certain. I know Alucard has won a couple of the fights I've put him in. Like, I've given the majority in a couple. But this one, no, I can't. I don't think I can give him the majority. It's got to be Zeref. And it's oddly enough because the fight would drag out long enough for him to use his release restraint 0. So it does put him at a disadvantage. The minute he gets in there, he's now truly killable. Whereas while he's in his base form with the regeneration capabilities he has, he's not. You need to kill him over and over and over again until you can finally kill him. But yeah, it's kind of funny that way. But yeah, he's most vulnerable in his final part, and because of the type of opponent he's going up against, that's going to kill him literally in the long run. So I got to go Alucard. I guess the question is does Alucard actually can Alucard actually win? Here's the thing: is that Zeref has high speed regeneration and ageless immortality, but doesn't say he can't be killed. So I would imagine if Alucard could like kill his brain, kill his head, kill his brain, basically. I don't know if that's been tried before, but maybe. So basically, he'd have to get like a point, which is I think it's possible given the fact that Alucard has probably had more experience on the battlefield than Granted, Dragneel's a magic user, but I think he's older than Zeref. If not, they're close in age. But I'd imagine he's probably the more brutal and bloodlusty than the two. So if he could get a close range shot and just blow it with the exploding like the Anderson rounds, yes. Now there's gonna probably be people who argue, no, that wouldn't work. It's like that's fine. I won't argue. But I think yes. But I think it's not a very wide percentage. In fact, I think it's honestly a 90-10 in favor of Zeref. I think Zeref wins 90% of the time. Honestly, if I'm going to just be honest with you guys. But what do you think? Do you think different? Let me know. Put in the comments below. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, what if, anything you do on the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. Who would win for the remainder of, the week and for how long I'm doing them. Box office on Sunday. I need to double check what the movie is for this coming week. What do we got here? What do we got? 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 Oh, what do we got? Oh, what do we got? Puppy. Let's see here now. It's being slow. Why are you being slow? Stop being fine. I'll do this one instead. There we go. So, what do we got coming out this week? I know the week after is the Meg. Oh, great. Oh, wait. Oh, thank God. Disney's Christopher Robin comes out. I was about to say, I don't want to see The Darkest Minds. God, no. God, no, do I. That looks so bad. That does not look good. Death of a Nation. I don't know what that is. But Spy Dummy, Christopher Robin. Damn straight it's going to be Christopher Robin. So, yeah, stay tuned for next week's review of Christopher Robin. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you